Two guys who've had no issues hitting. One is Manny Machado, but number two is Eric Hosmer. And Eric Hosmer, and I've always liked Eric Hosmer. And I know he's another guy who gets bashed because I guess he doesn't put up monster power numbers being a first baseman with a big contract. But I think he's been a very consistent player. And this year, though, he's taken his offense to the next level. What have you seen when you watch Eric play?
Just some adjustments.
And real quick.
I think the biggest thing is we talked about with his hands. But I think if you go back to Kansas City when he was an MVP type player, he was a different type of player. And he doesn't like striking out. He's a guy that sort of made some adjustments, and I think he made them too many.
And Bobby Scanlon of Bally Sports, he did this breakdown here, Cliff, and if you'll notice,
that's drastic.
This is where his hands were in 2021.
Yeah.
Okay, now watch him get off his swing here. In 2021, these are his hands, and Bobby did a great job at this breakdown. Watch the loop of the bat path to the ball. There is no way you can catch up with velocity with that swing.
Right, it's no way.
Okay, so now his hitting coach with the Padres, and Eric, look at the movement of the hands here. Now look at you always talk about A to B.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me what you see A to B here.
Well, this side for me is the hands are moving, but the load is quiet. The load is not so much. The hands don't go so far back. And A to B is just short. Everybody has a different A to B, first and foremost. It's not everybody's A to B is the same. His was too loopy and long last year, and he realized, I'm better than this. So when you think about not striking out, you start doing different things. You start thinking too much. This is, I can put my hands in a better position and get to A to B and still be powerful.
Right.
And so that is the powerful Hosmer that we're seeing this year, as opposed to a guy that was trying to go left field, that was trying to just put the ball and play a little bit. And now he's in a position where he's stronger, his balance, and the confidence.
Okay,
is
let me
through the
ask you
roof.
this question. How hard is it, Cliff, for a hitter to make that kind of adjustment with their hands from 21 to 22?
It's extremely hard because you got to go and break the whole swing down. You got to figure out exactly what was wrong, look at it, go in the cage, work on it, go back to tape, look at the tape, make sure it was right or wrong. But I thought the luxury for me of being able to make changes was playing first base. To hear certain dudes talk to you about their hitting.
Wow.
So I go back to when I played first, and the late, great Tony Gwynn was like, I'll change my hands today. I go, come on, man.
So how, let me ask, for our viewers, I always felt like the biggest challenge of the game was the mental part of it. So how many changes does a hitter go through battling that mental part of the game over a 162-game season?
You're tinkering all the time. And the problem with tinkering is sometimes you tinker too much. And then you start getting into your head.
So what's the fine line?
The fine line is leaving everything at blank here. This is on deck circle. So you can't, everything you've looked at over here and the video and the back and all that, when I put the helmet on and grab this, I can't think about anything else. I got to walk up here with one or two thoughts. That's it. And when I look out here, this is where now the game is played. But I've done all I can do.
So let me ask you this question. Is the mental part of the game way more challenging through the course of the season from a hitting standpoint than the physical? It is. So you're constantly battling the mental demons of what hitting represents.
Why am I fouling that ball off from just there to catching it here? Why can't I get the barrel there? That's my A to B. The A is here.
And you feel that, but you don't feel why you're doing that.
You don't feel why you're doing it. Because A is all, when I say everybody has a different A to B, it's the tinkering here.
So your A was you had like here. You moved your bat a lot. And
then tap. So when I talk about leg kick being perfectionist, look at all the movement. Here, up, foot down, and then I got to get here. Well, we're seeing a lot. Alec Thomas with the D-backs.
Yeah.
Big old leg kick. He's just getting into the game.
Hit a homer today.
At some point, he might have to make an adjustment because now he's getting beat with the fastball. You never know. Devers. How does Rafael Devers get beat with 92-mile-an-hour fastball from Odorizzi yesterday? 5 pitches. Because something is going on in his setup that's not letting him get that bat to that ball somewhere on the fastball.
And that happens all year long to hitters.
All year long. And you trying to figure out.
So it's really a torture almost for a hitter through the course of the season.
Because if you look at Devers' BABIP, he's in 360. His average is 360. Hence why he hitting 325. because he's putting the ball in play, but the fastball is challenging him.